The Being Human fandom is hungry for content, and I'm here to deliver. Spoilers ahead for the entire series. Suzanna Waite was the vampire Aiden's wife when he was a human, and the mother to their child, Isaac. As we previously discussed, Aiden was turned into a vampire by Bishop during the American Revolutionary War. Bishop warned Aiden not to go back to his family, but eventually he did. He returned to Suzanna against Bishop's judgment and tried to live a normal life with her and Isaac. And he did open up and tell her what he was. But the townspeople knew something was wrong. They said Aiden was a demon, and they called Suzanna a witch. And we all remember what American settlers did to witches, right? One day when Aiden and Isaac were out for a walk, Aiden, with his vampire hearing, heard his wife in distress. And he left his son alone in the woods saying, "Stay here and wait for me to come back." And he ran off to go find his wife. And he found that the Reverend had ended Susanna's life in the river. And then he went on a rampage. And he went back to Bishop saying, "You were right, I should have never gone back." What Aiden didn't know is that Bishop fished Suzanna out of the river, and he turned her into a vampire. He promised to reunite her with Aiden, but she was hungry, a new vampire. She needed to eat, and she was also thinking of her child, Isaac. And with her vampire senses, she was able to find Isaac in the woods, which did not end well. So she went crawling back to Bishop. She begs Bishop to save her son, to turn Isaac into a vampire like he did for her and for Aiden. And Bishop refused, saying, "We don't turn children. There's a reason we don't turn children." And Suzanna basically goes into exile. And then present day, she shows up at Aiden's doorstep. She can't get past the threshold because she has to be invited in. Aiden had no idea that she was turned into a vampire, or that she's been alive all this time. They go outside to talk. He doesn't invite her in, and he's clearly shaken. Side note, Aiden also has a new vampire son at this time, and Kenny is basically the local vampire in charge. He's I guess you could say the sheriff of the territory in True Blood terms. He's actually taken Bishop's job. And it turns out Suzanna is actually one of those self-hating vampires that hunts other vampires. She makes an attempt to detox Aiden from his natural diet and fails. She tries to manipulate Aiden into dusting Kenny. She even tries to go after him herself. But ultimately, she meets her end at Aiden's hands.